Hello everyone who is watching us on our streaming platform. It is great to see so many people turning into to learn more about this sport. It has been a long time since we got the ball rolling, and look how far we have come. Thank you, Samir sir, to join us in this event where we can throw some limelight on this sport that is table tennis. My name is Lishika Batra, and I am the Departmental Executive of the Sports Event.
Good. Thank you for calling me. My pleasure.
Hello, sir. My name is Manav Shah. I'm Road Actor Manav Shah, a member of RCNM Sports Association. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. Tell me, how you want to go about now?
Yeah, sir. So we will be asking some questions related to table tennis, and you just have to answer it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Before that, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, so now see, I am actually a professional table tennis player. I had been playing in my school days, as well as I have represented NM College in the year 91 to 94. So I had been playing table tennis in my earlier age as well. Now in veterans, after 40 plus, I had started for fitness, but then we got all these people coming around me for table tennis as I started. And now I'm playing professionally. I'm India ranked 5th right now in 40 plus category and Maharashtra #1 in 40 plus category. But now this year I have now it is 50 plus for me. Yeah, thank you.
That is nice to hear about you.
Thank you.
So let's begin with the podcast question. Manav, go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Sir, is the voice echoing?
Yeah, the voice is echoing right now. Now it's okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Again, it is echoing.
Manav, can you speak from other device?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, Manav.
Yeah, is it all right?
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Okay, sir. So what made you attracted towards table tennis?
Table tennis, actually, I started at my society in my childhood at the age of 12, 13. And thereafter, I developed the game in a span of 4 years. I played nationals. I was in the Maharashtra team as well. And it was way back in 1985, 86. I pursued this sport, but I was for a very brief period during my childhood. That was only 4 years to 5 years I had competitive table tennis. And 89, 90, I left competitive professional table tennis. Then I represented only the college, that is NM College.
Great, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so as a child, did you ever go to watch a table tennis match? And what was your experience about it?
Really speaking, that days I was too early to go and see a match at the age of 12, because that time we are so means we don't have that much maturity that I have to go and watch the match first. It was that we started playing and then we started watching the matches at the same time. So we had legends like Kamlesh Mehta and we had Sri Ram, Sridhar, all these Ramaswamy. We had all these legends over there playing for us. And it was great to see them playing, and then we got inspired and then we developed this game. And this is one of the best games which I have come across, because I have been in the team of NM College for football as well. But table tennis pursued me because I pursued table tennis rather because table tennis is such a sport where you have very good reflexes, agility, and you have good it's a good brain exercise. And in long run, if you see, a lot of old age people will not get into dementia and Alzheimer's. This is a very good sport which you can start at an early age and end up even at a very old age like 80, 90. They still play at 80 and 90.
That is something interesting. I have heard first time.
Yeah.
Manav, go ahead.
Yeah. So what were the difficulties you faced while pursuing the sport and how did you overcome it?
Difficulty was the infrastructure. As usual in India, you don't have the infrastructure, the necessary infrastructure for any sports. So that is the reason. Just a second. Can we hold on because somebody has come to meet me?
No problems.
Just a second.
Manav recording pause for दिन.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Where were we?
About the difficulty that you faced while pursuing the
the infrastructure. It was all about infrastructure because I had to travel from Vile-Parle to Khar Gymkhana, where we had the hub of table tennis in the early days, like 85 to 89 when I played table tennis. Only Khar Gymkhana was the place which would give you a good facility for playing. But now once I've started again in 2010, 2011, I started again. I saw the same things happening. In fact, now Khar Gymkhana and all, they have their life members who don't allow the playing members. The playing members are the ones who are playing competitive table tennis. And they don't get the facility to play in these gymkhanas anymore because the life members pay a hefty amount for life membership and playing members just pay a minimal amount to just go and play for that particular sport. But that is the reason the sport doesn't get the leeway which it requires. Now, being in table tennis in Prabodhan Thakre, I'm there for last 3 to 4 years. We started in 2018 January, and now I have got 10 tables for professional table tennis players and 6 tables for the beginners. So we are having a 6,500 square feet infrastructure for only table tennis. So that has made a difference for the Suburban Table Tennis Association. And being a secretary of Suburban Table Tennis Association, I feel infrastructure is the biggest loop where the players will really play well in coming time.
This also shows that government does not support all these sports. Just they are supporting cricket as of now.
I'm see the central government, that is BJP, has been a great support for the sports at the time of Olympics. But if you see at state level, very few states will give you that kind of facilities. Now we won in 2019 nationals as a veteran. No doubt, as a veteran, they don't value us. That is a different issue altogether. The main category is valued the most. But I don't see in Maharashtra we getting that leeway as well from our state government. So basically, we have a problem. We have to pursue the state government to give us the necessary support for infrastructure, and monetary benefits are what, even the job placements is a very big factor where people will stay back playing this sport. Otherwise, if you don't have job security, the people, the players, the participants leave after the age of 15 or 16. So that is a big problem, and that is the reason we are facing a lot of problems to retain the player in table tennis or any other sports for that matter. Only cricket is the sport where you will find many players playing till the age of 25, 30 just to try and get into the Ranji Trophy at least.
So, sir, one of the difficulties is also family support. Like the family does not allow one to go to play a such unpopular sport.
Yeah, that no, it's not that. This sport is quite popular. It has not been. If you don't know, I'll tell you one thing. In 86, 87, they used to buy tickets to watch table tennis matches. So that was the case. Now you can see and imagine why this sport is not going ahead, because it has not been properly advertised in media and it has not been given exposure at all. Now, once we have come in power in as a TSTTA Table Tennis Association, we are trying to get media coverage from Times of India, Doordarshan, whatever best we can. And even we are now active with our website. So people can watch the matches on the website in coming time. From next year onwards, we are planning to have this Mobi Sports is one of the apps which has developed this facility for us. And now these all matches will be live also, as well as you can see the recorded matches on our website. So these facilities will definitely ensure the sport will grow ahead.
True, sir. True.
Agree.
Sir, so basically, which country is well known for this sport, and where does India stand?
China is one of the superpowers for even table tennis. You cannot beat China in table tennis till date. Even the European players are far behind. Only a handful of players can come close to China. But China is one of the really best. And then we had legendary Waldner from, he's a European player and he's one of the best players which we had in Europe. Otherwise, China has dominated all the way. And India now, yes, definitely with Sharat Kamal, who has become 9 times national champion, after Kamlesh Mehta's 8-time national champion. Now Sharat Kamal has been dominating table tennis. So we have Sharat Kamal, we have Satyan. These two guys have taken this game to another level. Even Manika Batra from the women's section. She's also dominating in the world table tennis to somewhat extent, not on the, I would rather say Asian. So she is one of the best in Asia, not in world circuit, I can say. But otherwise, we have players coming up and we have Manav Thakkar, your name Manav Shah. So he is one of the best right now hopes coming up. Even Sanil Shetty from our own association, he is also performing really well. So we have a lot of players coming up.
Good one, sir. So what do you believe is the greatest challenge most athletes are facing today, especially table tennis enthusiasts?
In what sense you're saying? What challenge you're saying?
Or what challenges, the obstacles they are facing?
Obstacles is the monetary thing. Because if you see the prize money, what we give to the players, it is really not attractive. And if you see, go and see that if you want to buy a good racket for that matter, the racket cost is almost 35,000. One rubber cost almost 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. So even if you calculate he winning the entire year in a district match, like district ranking tournament, he will not even gather 35,000 altogether. So that is the worst part which we have right now. And that is where we are trying to rope in some sponsorships. And no doubt we are trying CSR funding and everything.
Oh, okay, sir. And what are your pre-game, locker room and post-game rituals?
Pre-COVID you're saying, or what it is?
No, like before playing the sport, a particular match, and after playing the match.
Yeah. See, before the match, meditation, keeping quiet and sitting for 5 minutes just besides in a corner and concentrating for 5 to 10 minutes and stretching exercises is a key where you can get your concentration going at the time of matches. And thereafter, after the match, you have to come out of that match because you have to again get ready for the second match. So both the ways, if you see, the exercises are important over here. You have to have stretching exercise after the match as well, so you can perform in the next coming match.
Sir, do you celebrate after winning?
You have to celebrate. There is no second thought. But see, when you reach quarters or semifinals, that is the time where actually you should focus more rather than celebrating. It is only after the finals, if you win, then you can celebrate with a big bang. You have to celebrate. That is the way you have to be.
Yeah. Sir, how are you able to read opponent's placement while playing?
Opponent's placement depends on how your anticipation is. Like if you are serving and at the time of serving, you should know where the ball might come to you. And it is all about anticipation on your own service. And even after the service goes to the opponent, how he is going to react once he serves. So you are all together it is all the matter of practice over here. Anticipation, it all comes through practice.
And sir, this sports requires several high reflexes. And how do you go about that? Yeah, so how to
for that you have got
practice?
Physical training is a must. Physical, I'll tell you, till now, once you reach the district first aid, then you reach to state first aid, and then you reach to national stop it. Till that nationals, you can go on practicing on the table, and you will reach the national level. But to maintain the first 8 also, it's a very big challenge, because the opponents are very, very physically fit, mentally fit. The temperament is also a big factor counting on you, because how many tournaments you play in your own state and district is very important for the player. Otherwise, what happens, if he doesn't have the match practice, the temperament is low, and he can even lose to a lower grade player than what you are. So you have to have physical training is one of the biggest aspects which Indian players lack. So they are lacking in main physical fitness.
So fitness requires diet, and Indians are never.
Then you have got mental trainers. So at that level, at national level, this is very much required. State and district, you can still manage because the competition is not so high. And international level, your fitness is the biggest factor, where all the international level players, if you see, their fitness is tremendous. The way you start at the first game, you never end up with the same way at the time of the decider. That is the 7th game. So to maintain that 7 games fitness is where you should do physical training regularly, and you should have a real good coach for that.
That's you, sir. And sir, what is the most important skill in table tennis?
Mainly in table tennis, it's the hand-eye coordination. Basically, you should have good services. You should have got good anticipation. Secondly, how the opponent is serving to you and how you are reacting to his service. Because receiving and serving, these are the most important factors in table tennis, because the rally starts afterwards. But if you are not receiving it properly from the opponent's service, then you are gone. The game is gone to the opponent. And it is all about attack in table tennis. Defensive players, nowadays you will not find many defensive players on world circuit as well. You will see all attacking players coming up. So table tennis is all about domination, how you dominate on the table.
So sir, referring to the early question, that physical training one, so what are the best types of physical training one can, the table tennis player can, pursue, practice?
You have to see, physical training is all about not having heavy weights and all. In fact, it is all stretching of your legs, of your muscles. The body should be flexible all the time. And also, no doubt, you have to increase your stamina. You have to run, you have to sprint. So there are a lot of exercises related to table tennis, and you have now you have Google all over the world. So you can just go on the Google and see the exercise. But we have special exercises which we take from the kids at a very young age as well as at intermediate and then at advanced level. So you have got a lot of this exposure is there on Google, and you can easily cope up even after watching all these YouTube channels.
So can we say that one can practice physically even at home? Being at home?
Means physical training can be done anywhere. Once you know the exercise, you can do physical training at your home, at your gym, at your grounds, wherever in the school or wherever. But for playing table tennis, you have to have a good coach. Without a good coach, you will never ever go to a good level. Because I remember I had one of the top coaches of India training us for only 1.5 2 years. I got trained from him. I had a gap of 21 years. From 90, I left table tennis, the professional table tennis, and started in 2000.
Sir, it seems your network is weak.
Anywhere, like you can do physical training in your school ground, you can do at your home, you can do in a gym, but it has to be not heavyweight training in table tennis. It's just for flexibility and strength. Main is stamina. You have to maintain your stamina for 7 games, and that is where the key is. And as the event progresses from first round to finals, or say quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, that is where your stamina starts deteriorating. So this is where the key is altogether. So stamina is more important, and for that you have to have sprint, jogging, and so these are all important factors. How you go about, the coach will guide you at the time of the coaching sessions, and that is the way you can go ahead.
Yeah, sir. So there are several unorthodox players with new techniques. New inventions they do. Yeah. So how to figure out how to beat them?
See, Koki Niwa is one of the Japanese player who is having a very different way of playing. He has got cut, chop, and all. So there are players who can overcome. It's all about once you start playing at the highest level, you automatically can come into that that zone to play these players very efficiently as well. Now we have a player from Sweden also, who is also a different category altogether. He was one of the best players in current matches which were held in Europe, I suppose. So if you see, they are all. He was trying to play an odd game, but beating Malong or beating Fan Zedong, Zuzin, they are one of the best players ever we have seen in table tennis, and they don't get frustrated with these players. They know how to tackle these players. It is only the below category, those who are not prepared so much. So the preparation of these players, the top 3, top 4, you can see how they are tackling these players. You have to watch them, and that is when you watch these players playing against this player, you will definitely learn how to tackle these players. They don't give you a chance to do all these things.
Sir,
It's the
as you
experience.
mentioned,
Yeah.
yes, you can continue. You can
No,
continue.
it's only about the experience of the players. As you grow, as you mature as a player, you easily overcome all these obstacles. But lower category players always get stuck with this orthodox and these odd style players.
Sir, as you have mentioned earlier that before starting or going for the game, you concentrate for a minute. So, do you think a person's attitude and mindset before the game play an important role in the performance? If yes, then how?
Do you mean to say the meditation part?
Mindset, person mindset and attitude before playing the game.
Yeah, you should have a positive attitude. You have to be very positive on the table. If you go with a negative mindset that he's a higher ranked player than me, or means I cannot overcome this, you should come out of the fear first. The fear factor has to be out of your mind to overcome a good player. You have to dominate the opponent as far as possible. You cannot be complacent. You have to dominate the opponent all over, because table tennis, as I said, it is all about dominating. It is aggressive table tennis now. If you see at the world circuit, any circuit now, the more you play aggressively, you win table tennis. The more you are defensive, you lose in table tennis. So, means defensive players also win. I don't say that, but it is the percentage is 3% out of 100, and whereas aggressive players are 97%. They are winning percentage. So that is the way, and even in the top European leagues, all are aggressive players. No defensive player will be seen playing finals or even semi-finals. So attitude is very important. You have to go with the positive mindset. Then only you can overcome the opponent. If you are having bubble before the match itself, you will never overcome the opponent if he's a better opponent than you.
Yes, I agree completely with
Yeah.
you that we have to face everything with positive attitude.
Yeah. Absolutely. There is nothing to lose, because always the opponent is under pressure. If you are, say, a player ranked 8th and he is a ranked player 4th, he knows you have the caliber, and he also has that fear factor in him that if I lose to him, it is a big upset. Whereas the player who is at the number 8 level, he has nothing to lose. He can go all out and play. He has to play his shots. He has to overcome his fear factor.
Agree. Moving to
Yeah.
the next question. How do table tennis, the sport, continuing during the pandemic crisis, COVID, coronavirus? Then, do table tennis go through any kind of changes in performance or status?
The last question, what you asked me?
Did the table tennis go through any kind of changes or in performance?
Really speaking, all over the world, if you see, a lot of players had missed their practice sessions and everything. But I think, see, like I said, your basics are good. Even after 21 years, I could come back in the game, and I could easily, not easily, but I have reached the top level in India as well. Again, not at the top, but at least India ranked 5th or Maharashtra number 1. I think it is quite fair enough that after 20 years or 21 years, if I can reach that level, just because of your basics being right, if your coach is good, you will always bounce back. Even if you have a gap of, say, a year and two, doesn't matter, really speaking. It is only the fitness you have to maintain. In pandemic, those who have maintained the fitness levels, they have really again shown good signs of winning. Otherwise, a lot of people have been sitting idle, doing nothing, not concentrating on physical fitness. They are in a problem. So physical fitness is all your life. And I'm telling you, table tennis is one game. After 40 plus, only this game you should play, because it has least injuries. And you can really play till say 70, 80, 90. As I said, we have world veterans table tennis, which goes up to 90 plus category. There are players who are playing competitive table tennis at 90 plus. So
I absolutely.
one of the best games ever I've come across. I have been a sportsman myself. I have been good at table tennis, football, volleyball, then carom, chess. So all these games I have played, and I have been playing on a competitive level in all these games, and I have always won many of these games. So, but table tennis is one good game where you have 365 days you can play 24 by 7, because it is an indoor game. So you go to your if you have a clubhouse, or you go to your village and keep a table, then you can enjoy playing table tennis anywhere. There is no restriction. Whereas if you see football, you require a ground. It should be proper ground. You cannot whereas table tennis you require only a small space to keep the table, and you can just enjoy playing table tennis. A lot of people play in garage as well table tennis. So it keeps you going. The fitness is going on.
I absolutely agree with you that table tennis is interesting sport.
Yeah, active. You have to be active all your life. You cannot stagnate yourself. If you stagnate yourself, then you have all health issues coming up.
Yeah, so sometimes the dining table can be converted into table tennis too.
Excuse me?
The dining table can be converted into table tennis too.
Absolutely. We have done that in our childhood. Even I have played on the dining table, and we have enjoyed on dining table as well. So this is one game which can get your family together. You all can enjoy table tennis from an amateur level to professional level. And there are players who can complement you at each level. At a professional level also you have players playing. At an amateur level also players are playing. 50 plus category, 60 plus category, they have their own groups to play. So they play according to their fitness.
I agree. So what is more important in table tennis, technique or your instinct?
I didn't get you. What you said?
Hello?
Yeah. What you said?
Yeah. What is more important in table tennis, technique or your instinct?
What was
Manav,
that?
Technique or instinct?
Technique or instinct? Both are equally important. Technique is very, very important, I would say. Without technique, you cannot overcome a good opponent. Technique is the most important factor in any game for that matter. And instinct is like it is on the table when you play matches, when you are into competition. That is where instinct counts. But technique is most important factor anywhere you go. You can do the improvisation only if the technique you have. Improvisation cannot be done if your technique is wrong.
Moving to the last question. So, sir, how do you encourage the young people to pursue the table tennis? What piece of advice would you like to give them?
No. See, now I'll tell you, table tennis, at the early age, parents are trying to get their kids for table tennis, for tennis, for swimming, every game they try. But they have to settle down them at the age of 8 or 9 if they want to pursue their kids to play a game at an international or a national level. If they foresee that their kids should go at a national level, they have to know at the age of 8 or 9 of that kid that he will now play table tennis in coming years. So table tennis is one game which I will say it is the best one to pursue at the very young age. At the age of 6, you can start.
Thank you, sir, for helping us gain a clear insight into the sport of table tennis and sharing us with the knowledge and love for the same. At least I am sure that we have taken away something from this session, and I hope the listener have too. Thank you, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. And all the best. God bless you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Would you like to share any memories?
Memories in the sense I can share memories in the sense right now the current situation, what we are trying to help is growing the infrastructure. I have table tennis at Prabodhan Thakre in Vileparle East. We have my school Mahila Sangh where I have 6 tables. So one of the professional coaches is also coaching over there. Now we are starting at this Sathe College, then Dhanukar College, and mainly now this Parle Tilak School in Parla. So Parla, I'm trying to make it a hub of table tennis, and we have a lot of colleges and school in Vile East. So hopefully we want this game to grow at a grassroots level, because from grassroots level only the game is going to go ahead. So that is the way we are looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Manav.
Thank you, sir.